Welcome back, students. Children, in the previous module, we have studied about the condition favorable for the formation of electrovalent bond. Today, we are going to discuss about the condition favorable for the formation of covalent bond. So, for the formation of covalent bond, children, it should be very it should be very understood that the number of the valence electrons present in the outermost orbit should be 5, 6 or 7. I am not taking 8, you know very well, because 8 is for what? The noble gases, and they do not participate in any bond formation. Carbon is an exceptional layer. Is it clear why carbon is an exceptional? Because carbon has got 4 electrons in the outermost orbit. Still, they have got the tendency to form covalent bonds. So I have written here carbon is exceptional. The next is ionization potential. The ionization potential should be very higher. Is it clear? Next, electron affinity and electron negativity. It has been found that the two elements which are there in the formation, which are, you can say, forming a covalent bond, will have equal electron affinity and equal electronegativity. If the electron affinity and the electronegativity are found to be equal, then the condition will be more favorable for the formation of which bond? Electrovalent bond. And nuclear charge must be higher and the internuclear distance should be lower. So if all the given, you can say, conditions are, you can see that they are available in the, you can say, during the combination of element, then it should be very clear that the bond which will be formed will be always what? Covalent bond. Am I clear? So these are the favorable condition for the formation of what? Covalent bond. And children, you people very know that there are different type of covalent bond, like we have got a single covalent bond, double covalent bond and a triple covalent bond. But again, I am defining this covalent bond into again two group. So I'll write here covalent bond. So covalent bond, if I write here, this is called as what? One I am writing here as what? Non-polar covalent bond. Non-polar covalent bond, and the next I am writing here what? Polar covalent bond. The reason behind writing this favorable condition will be clear to you people right now, that why I have written so. So when there is a formation of a covalent bond, I have written here two conditions, children, just pay attention to this. I have written here what? Electron affinity will be equal and electronegativity will be equal. If the elements combining to form an electrovalent bond will have electron affinity and electronegativity equal, in that case there will be the formation of what? Non-polar covalent bond. Is it clear or not? So non-polar covalent bond will be formed when the elements will be having what? Equal what? Electron negativity and electron affinity. Is it clear or not? So I am writing here equal electro negativity. If the elements which are combining and to form a covalent bond have got the equal electronegativity, then we can say that it is what? A non-polar covalent bond. The example of non-polar covalent bond, it will be equals to what? Example will be what? Hydrogen. The example will be oxygen. The example will be nitrogen. All these are the examples of non-polar covalent bond. You can see that the electronegativity of all the cases will be almost what? Equal. So that's why we call it as what? Non-polar covalent bond. But polar covalent bond, for that I will write the electronegativity difference will be high. Electronegativity difference will be high, and for this the example will be what? HCl. So you can see very clearly that hydrogen belongs to the first group and chlorine belongs to the 17th group, and the electronegativity difference will be very high, and as a result of which there will be a formation of a polar covalent bond. We will come to polar covalent bond in detail, but first of all I am going to discuss this non-polar covalent bond types. So non-polar covalent bond can be again divided into three categories: single bond, double bond and triple bond. So first of all I am writing here single covalent bond. Single covalent bond. So for single covalent bond, I am taking the first example which I have written here, that is hydrogen. You know children, hydrogen has got atomic number 1, so the electronic configuration will be also 1. So this one atom of hydrogen I can write here, and again the one atom of hydrogen I have taken. Is it clear or not? Hydrogen is having how many electrons in the outermost orbit? 1 electron. This hydrogen is also having 1 electron. So this sharing will be taking place to form a what? Stable configuration, which is called as duplet, or we call it as what? This one is an example of what? Hydrogen bond, which is equals to what? A single covalent bond. Am I clear, all of you? So in case of a single covalent bond, single pair of electron is being shared. Let us move to the next category, which is called as what? A double covalent bond. So here I am taking the example of double covalent bond. So double covalent bond, and the example I am taking here is what? Oxygen. Children, you know the atomic number for oxygen is what? 8, and the electronic configuration, if I am going to write, it is 2 and 6. Is it clear or not? Now, 2 and 6. So here it means I am writing the two atoms of oxygen. It is having 6 electrons in the outermost orbit. So 1, 2, this is 3, 4, and I can write this one as 5, 6, or to the either side you can write 5, 6. Again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it is 5 and 6. So you can see that the sharing is taking place to form A, means you can say an octet mechanism, and here how many pairs of electrons are being shared? So 2 pairs of electrons are being shared. So that's why we call it as a what? Tell me. Double covalent bond. And in case of oxygen, we write a double bond. So this is an example of a what? Double covalent bond. The third category is what? A triple covalent bond. So here in case of a triple covalent bond, I'll take the example of nitrogen. So what is the formula for nitrogen, children? The formula for nitrogen is N2. The atomic number for nitrogen is what? 7. The electronic configuration I am going to write here 2 and 5. So here let us draw the structure, means one atom of nitrogen, again one atom of nitrogen. Nitrogen having how many electrons? 5 electrons. So 1, 2, and there 3, 4, and 5. Again nitrogen 1, 2, here it is 3, 4, and 5. So if I am going to describe the sharing here, you can see that how many pairs of electrons are being shared? 3 pairs of electrons are being shared, and as a result of which you can see that in nitrogen we are having what? Triple covalent bond. So in all these 3 examples, it is being, you can say, we can see that the electronegativity are equal. So that's why it favors the formation of what? Non-polar covalent bond. Is it clear, all of you? In the next module, we are going to study about the polar covalent bond as well as the coordinate bond and the Lewis dot structure of the different types of the bond. Thank you all of you.